Hi, my name is Dave, coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, and I need to answer a question. Why, oh why, did I buy the Panic ITBs for my Altezza? To answer that, I'm going to need to give you a bit of a backstory. I bought this car with basically the sole purpose of learning to drift so that I could slide around the track with my friends when they visit Japan. I've only done this once because of COVID, but my friend Ryan is arriving on June 4th and I need to get this thing ready. So let's set the scene. It's late April and Ryan arrives on June 4th. Ryan backed this thing into a wall 4 years ago and the paint shop's had it ever since, but they've been slacking on the work. They've done the majority of the shaping, but they haven't painted it, they haven't put it back together. It's a mess. On top of that, the car needs maintenance because it's been sitting so long. It needs a full new exhaust because of the accident, new brakes all around, all of the vacuum lines at the front were rotted out. It needs a lot of work. Because Ryan lives in the States and his car's in Japan, I need to coordinate the paint shop, all the maintenance, the pre-drift inspection, tyres, everything. See, I'm doing as much as I can to get the car ready for Ryan to save him some money. But this combined with the Altezza not being ready, the stress is insane. Back to the Altezza, see what I did there? And it's the first week of May. I've been having a really hard time tuning this setup and no one in the loop knows why. After checking the compression, I thought maybe the ITB gaskets are leaking, so I pulled everything apart and then it occurred to me that maybe the trouble was actually the ITBs. I know that the previous owner had trouble with them, but I put that down to the balance screws being jammed in super tight. That's never gonna work. I freed them up, but I didn't clean them or put new rubbers in there or anything. Was that a mistake? I don't know. When removing the intake manifold, I had to be quite rough with it to get it to let go of the rubber spacer thing in there. Had I damaged that? I don't know. Was it just the gaskets? I don't know. So I'm going round and round in my head, just wasting time, wasting days on this. There's too many variables. There's no control sample. There's no way to test anything. So I'm just going to throw parts at this until it's fixed. Buy a second set of used AE111 ITBs to see if there's any difference. That just seems like more variables. I don't have time for this. It's now May 7th. I was on the internet and I saw the Panic ITBs. The last set. I thought, if I buy the Panic stuff, then at least those parts are new and I can eliminate the ITBs from the why can't we tune this thing equation. It's now May 8th. And I'm thinking it's so much money, but if I don't do this, then all this hard work has been for nothing. I hit the buy now button and the anxiety just goes through the roof. What have I done? All that money. All the money I've already spent on everything else. How am I ever going to financially recover from this? But at least it's going to make things easier. New parts for this engine. No adapters. They're for this engine. They're from a manufacturer I can trust. It's just going to make things easier. So now that I've committed to that, I thought, well, I'll take care of the vacuum block and stuff while I'm waiting for the things to arrive, right? But there was no reply from Panic on that, so I thought, well, you know, I'll be patient. I'll wait. I'll work on Ryan's car. May 22nd, the ITBs arrive. Paper in the box says instructions will be in an email. I didn't get the email. Actually panicking, email Panic. 30 minutes later, I have the instructions, sweet. Measure the vacuum barbs, 6 mil. Shit. What I have here is 8 mil. What the hell am I going to do now? This won't bolt up to the Panic ITBs. How am I even going to mount it? I need something else. I was already on a quest, but it gets worse.